go.
Hello, Sing Hong. Welcome to Cambodia's for Cambodia Media. Firstly, I would like to introduce you about our company first. So our company is started early this year, and I am San Sodanek. I am a general manager. He is Vibol. He is IT manager, and he is for him. He is human resource manager. So our company is finding a translator and article writer, which is a position you are looking for. So are you ready for the interview?
Yes.
Okay, so let's start the interview. Can you tell us briefly about yourself?
So as you might have already known that my name is Jising Hong, and I am a senior student attending two universities, namely Institute of Foreign Languages and Panyasastra University of Cambodia. And I'm currently pursuing two bachelor degrees, which include the Bachelor of Arts of English and as well as the Business Administration. And one of my main skills and habits is writing articles and translating articles.
Describe yourself using three adjectives.
Okay, so the three adjectives that I'm going to use to describe myself would be honest, hard, and collaborative. So as for being honest, throughout my whole life, I speak, and I behave with integrity. And I am adhering strictly to my principal sets of value. And apart from that, apart from being honest, is teamwork. Hard work. So throughout my academic career, I have been consistently praised as being the hardest worker in the room, as I always get things done before the deadline, and I always get things done better than other people. And as for being collaborative, I believe that I prefer working as a team rather than working alone, because I believe that collective result is much better and much worthwhile than individual result.
And why do you apply for this position?
So the reason I'm applying for this particular position is that throughout my whole life, I have always been passionate about writing and translating English articles. And apart from that, to tell you the truth, I am the top outstanding student at IFL, which enabled me to write and translate articles with no grammatical mistake and with eye-catching sentences as well.
Alright. Describe why you are suitable for this position.
So I'm suitable for this position, like I have mentioned earlier, is that I possess advanced linguistic ability, which allow me to write articles, to translate articles without any flaws and without any errors, which simply means that you could publish what I have done right away.
So have you experienced working in this position before?
Actually, I used to translate and write article based on my own website, but it is not formal. But I have written and translated hundreds of articles from English to Khmer, which allow me to gain a better understanding, and I have also gained a lot of experience from my work as well.
So can you tell us about your strengths and weaknesses?
Okay, like the strengths about me is that, like I have mentioned earlier, I possess high linguistic ability, and I enjoy competitive work, and I like to work as a team. And I have also possessed the ability to work under pressure as well and to meet tight deadline. But as for my weaknesses, I think punctuality and being a perfectionist are my two main weaknesses, because I used to be late all the time. And apart from that, I also want things to be done really, very perfect. So sometimes I feel frustrated about that as well.
Okay. How can you improve the weakness that you have mentioned?
Okay, so first of all, regarding the punctuality, I think I have already improved it, because since I have attended the college, I have learned that punctuality is one of the main values that are highly respected in the school and in the workplace. So from that point on, I have started to use or to have punctuality as one of my main values. And as for being a perfectionist, I think it is not much of a problem because as long as I have the right mindset, I could get things done really perfectly and without any frustration at all.
Could you tell me what can you contribute to this position that other cannot?
Okay, so one of the things that I believe that no one could contribute but me is that I have the experience to translate and write articles because I used to have my own website like I have told you earlier. So all you have to do is to assign me or to tell me what I should write or what I should translate, and then I could deliver the task to you right away without you having to check everything right all over again.
And what do you see yourself in 5 years' time concerning your career goals?
So 5 years from now, I see myself being a professional writer and a professional article translator. And I could still see myself being a part of this amazing company, this amazing Cambodia for Cambodia media company. And I believe that by that time, I will be able to gain enough and adequate knowledge and experience regarding this field, which could allow me to thrive in this particular field.
Okay, how much salary do you expect?
Honestly speaking, so based on the market value, I think $300 would do, because $300 is the market price for this position, and since I have all the requirements that you are looking for, I think $300 will be enough.
Last, I want to know if your application is declined, what is your next step?
So even though my application is declined in this interview, I still want to be a part of this company. So I will have to ask you to tell me or to identify what my weaknesses are, what I have done wrong, so that I could improve myself and apply for this application again later on.
And do you have any question related to your position as well as to our company?
So I have always been curious about the company. So could you tell me what you like about your particular job as the IT manager of this company?
Well, for myself as an IT manager in this company, what I really like, really like about this company and about my job is that people in this company is very supportive. We all help each other and support each other regardless of our position. And what more important about the company is that everyone is very hardworking and our work is very well done.
And regarding my position, so should my application be accepted, so when could I get into work?
You will be contacted a week after the interview if you are selected.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that is it for my question, and I thank you so much for spending your valuable time interviewing me, and I look forward to seeing all of you soon.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Here we go.
Hello, Satya. Before the interview, I would like to introduce you about our company. So first, welcome to Cambodia for Cambodia Media. Our company has established since earlier this year, and now we are recruiting some members for article writing and translating. So I am Vibol, I am the IT manager, and this is Danik, general manager, and Pahey is human resource manager. So I think that's all, and we may start our interview.
I'm ready for it.
Yes. Can you tell us briefly about yourself?
Well, first of all, I would like to say good morning to all of you for giving me such an honorable time to be interviewed by you and to be one of the selected candidates among the applied. First of all, my name is Ngân Cha. I was born and raised here in Phnom Penh, and currently I am pursuing 2 bachelor degrees. The first one is Bachelor of Art in English at IFL, and the second one is Bachelor of Accounting and Finance at Kemet Business School. I also expect to graduate from those schools by no later than 2018.
So could you come up with 3 adjectives that describe yourself?
Well, thank you for this question. The 3 adjectives that would best describe me. The first one is conscientious, because I like to work, to have my works done wholeheartedly, which means that I put all the effort into it, so that I could get the best result of it. And the second one is team player. I like to participate and helping the other in working in a team in order to achieve a collective goal for the organization. And the last one is honest, because of honesty and integrity has always been in my prior value since the very young age. And I also believe that your organization also value this as well.
Alright, so why do you apply for this position?
Well, writing has always been my passion since the very young age, and during my academic journey, I like to write anything, and I like to involve myself into writing as much as I possibly could. And furthermore, and I also believe that working in this position would help me improve my writing skill into the next level, which is a professional one.
Thank you. Describe why you are suitable for this position.
Personally, I think I am qualified for the position because I have a qualified degree from a qualified school, which is IFL. You all know that it's a well-known institution in Cambodia. And furthermore, I think I have the potential to becoming the better writer among the other candidates, because like I have mentioned above, I really like to put all my effort into my work in order to have it done perfectly.
So, should your application be declined, what is your next step?
Well, for this, first of all, I would like to ask, is there anything wrong?
It's okay. Just go on.
Okay. Should my application form be declined, the first thing I will do is that to ask from your HR team in the area where I could be improved, some skill or some personality that I couldn't match the job requirement in order to prepare myself for the next recruitment.
Can you tell us about your strengths and weakness and how can you improve them?
Well, to be honest, since when I was in high school, I used to be always late to class, to the meeting, to wherever I go. But since I started my academic journey, I started to attend college, I start to think that punctuality is really a key for professional, because you cannot go into the meeting or the workplace really late, because punctuality has been a core value that both the organization and the employer always look up to. So I try to improve it. I like to, which means that I adjust my timetable of what I could do in order to be on time.
Have you been worked in this particular position before?
In a professional one?
In the article writer or translate?
Okay, well, basically I am currently pursuing 2 bachelor degree, so I don't really have much time to involve in a professional area, professional field like that. But during my school time, I had participated in doing some project that some kind similar to article writing as well. for my schoolwork, for the volunteer job as well. And I really enjoy those jobs so much.
And what do you see yourself in 5 years' time concerning your career goals?
Well, in the next 5 year time, I could see myself working as a professional article writer and translator, and hopefully I could have my very first book published, and I also could see myself being like a core worker. I could contribute much to fuel the growth of the organization.
How much salary do you expect?
Based on the market rate, I expect it to be around 250 to 300 with some OT and paid leave as well. In general.
Do you have any question to our organization?
Well, I have already seen so much about the organization in the website, so I really don't have any much to ask about your organization. But to be honest, I really eager to know when will I know my result of this interview.
You will be informed after the following week after this interview.
Oh, the following week or next week.
Yes.
Thank you, sir. And I would like to say thank you for all of you for spending your valuable time having me interview, and also selected me for the very best part of the journey of the recruitment process as well. Thank you.
Hello Natja, welcome to Cambodia for Cambodia Media. And our company was established earlier this year. And my name is Danik. I am a general manager. He is Vibol. He is IT manager. And he is Paul Heng. He is human resource manager. And our company is finding the staff. The position is translator and article writer, which is the position you are looking for. So are you ready for the interview?
Yes.
Yes, okay. So can you tell us briefly about yourself?
Thank you so much. First of all, my name is Songsupen Natja. I feel so proud and so honored to be here, and a very good morning to Mr. Vibol, Mr. Nek, and Mr. Paul Hein. Again, my name is Mr. Songsupen Natja. I am currently pursuing 2 degrees. One of them is at IFL, majoring in professional communication in the field of Bachelor of Art in the English department of Institute of Foreign Languages. And another degree I'm pursuing is the Bachelor of Law in the Law Faculty of Royal University of Law and Economics. Thank you.
So could you describe yourself with 3 adjectives?
Thank you, Mr. Paul Hein. I have so many adjectives I have to describe myself. But the 3 adjectives I would love to raise up today is, first of all, is humble. I love to learn from other people. I love to respect them. Doesn't matter how high I go or how low I go, I love to learn and listen to them. And secondly, I'm very flexible. I love to adapt myself and adapt myself to different situations. I love to work in different environments. I love to exchange my ideas and exchange what I have to in any situation. And lastly, I'm very ambitious. I love to learn new things a lot. I love to explore new things. I love to develop new skills.
Alright, so why do you apply for this position?
Thank you, Mr. Vibol. I applied for this position because I personally believe that this company is the best company in terms of article writing and translating. I also personally believe that I'm very qualified for this job. I've been practicing writing and I've been having a lot of interest in writing since I was born. Writing has always been in my blood and I love writing a lot. I've been writing and participating in many competition writing contests since primary school, since middle school, and since high school. And now that I have the opportunity to continue my academic career or academic life, I've been writing for the past 4 years, and I feel so much improvement in myself. I feel that this is the kind of job I'm looking for.
Describe why are you suitable for this position.
Thank you, Ms. Lanek. I've already mentioned earlier, I personally believe that I'm suitable for this position because I've been trained myself. I've been trained individually to writing professional and very ethical piece of information. Anything I write has to be very accurate, very honest, and that doesn't have to be ambiguous and not misleading.
Have you ever worked in this position before?
I'm truly sorry to say this, Mr. Pahe, but it's quite unfortunate. I'm afraid I haven't had any much time to work in a professional position like this before. Because I've already told you, I'm trying to pursue 2 degrees at the same time. I love to put my degree into good use after I have graduated, which is expected to be the 4th quarter of this year.
Thank you.
Can you tell us about your strengths?
Mr. Whitball, I have so many strengths. One of them is I love learning. I love to explore new things. I love to make new discoveries. I love to read more books. I love to watch more movies. I love to read articles and find mistakes, find that piece of information. Is it real or not? Is it true? Is it legitimate? I also love learning new skills. I can work with different people. Instead of thinking about my own personal benefit, I think of the benefit of the company, the group of people I'm working for, and I'm working with.
What is your weakness and how you improve it?
On the other side of my strength, I have so many weaknesses, but 2 of them I like to point out is, one of them I love to do one thing at a time. Instead of doing things separately and at the same time, simultaneously, I prefer to do one thing at a time, complete it successfully, and move on to the next task, instead of getting it along at the same pace, at the same rate. And then the second weakness I like to raise is quite unpleasant and quite embarrassing, is sometimes rather than letting a group of people work for the same thing, work for the same work, or in school we call it assignment, I'd rather work on it myself and then introduce it to the team I'm working with, or the group of people I'm working with. I prefer to do it myself and then later correct it and adjust it to the other team members.
Alright, what do you see yourself in 5 years' time concerning your career goals?
Mr. Whitball, in the next 5 years, regardless of the position I'm holding, regardless of the rank or whether I'm in the management team, I see myself as a very experienced writer, article writer and translator, because this has always been my ambition. This is what I'm trying to do. This is what I'm applying for this position, and besides, regardless of my career and my experience, I would love to showcase my knowledge and share them and pour them into younger generation, especially younger generation who are new recruits to this company.
How much salary do you expect?
Ms. Danek, salary is not my main priority for this company. Instead of looking for salary primarily, I look for experience, I look for personal development, I look for new skills, I look for new things I would love to explore in my life.
Should your application be declined, what is your next step?
Mr. Pahe, if my application ever declined or rejected, which should not be the case, I will go back to myself. I will sit in a room, go to the mirror, ask myself what is my weakness, how do I improve it, and get back with the human resource team of this company, inquire them for recommendation, how much I should improve, what skill, what aspects or what areas I should improve, keep on improving, and again apply back for this company.
Okay, do you have any question regarding our company?
Thank you, Mr. Whitball. I've been reading and trying to research about a little bit background of this company for quite a very long time. I have no things to be in mind. I only have like 1 or 2 concerns. Can I raise them?
Yes.
How do you evaluate your new recruits?
Actually, what I'm looking for in our new members is that first I would like to take a look at their skill, if they and like how much can they do, and as well as their characteristic. Of course, we would like our member to work together and get along with each other very well, and as well as for those who very obey and respect our rule in our company. Yes.
What about my second concern? Can I raise it?
Yes, please.
When can I expect a hearback from this company, a response from this company?
I think that within a week, you will be contacted.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mr.
Yeah,
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you for your valuable time. Thank you so much.ครับ
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
I think it's time to review about the applicants.
Yes.
What do you think about Seng Hong?
Sing Hong. I think he is qualified for this position because of his academic achievement.
Yeah. But I think that he asked for high salary. I don't think he can afford it.
Why don't you choose the second applicant? He just, I think he asked about the salary lower than the first applicant.
Yes. The second candidate, Satya, right?
Yes, it's
Yeah. I think he's also very passionate about writing. I think he will do well in our community.
What do you think?
What do you think?
But he doesn't have much experience working in
Yes.
this field. So we will spend much time to train him.
Yeah, you're right. So what about our last candidate? His name is Nitya.
Yes, I think the chair is the best qualification one among the three of them. And he does not expect so much salary, he just want to gain some experience in our company.
Yes.
Yeah, you can see his potential through the way he delivers message during the interview.
Yeah, and moreover, I think that he also has some experience related to the field, because we know that he has joined a lot of the writing competition. So I think he can do it. So let us pick one.
Yes.
So what do you think?
To me, I will pick Nacha.
Yeah, I will also pick Nitya.
Why?
It's just should be chosen too.
Yes. So I will inform him.
Okay.
For
Yes.
congratulations.
And we'll inform the other two so that to let them know the result.